Hello students, welcome back. So as discussed, we'll be learning new part from the animal kingdom. So before I proceed, I would like to just recollect whatever we learned in our first chapter. It's not gonna take long time. We'll be just simply recollecting everything. So we learned that animals can be classified based on the similar characteristics, as well as this classification we call it as taxonomy. The science of classifying organism, we call that as taxonomy. And then we learned how organisms are classified, right? So totally we have eight classification of group of living things, like starting from the domain to species. And we species is the very basic unit of classification, because this is where this classification ends. It won't go further apart from the species. Then we have subspecies, but it's an exceptional case, right? So all these things we have learned. And we learned what is a taxa, what is all these category collectively called taxa, and each level is known as taxon. All these things we have learned. Okay. So further, we learned how organisms are positioned into three domains. So we learned like how three domain system has come out, and especially how prokaryotes have been separated into two major groups based on the differences in the rRNA, right? And we also learned that archaea exhibit more similar characteristic with eukaryotes than eubacteria. So when we started learning the second chapter, which is animal kingdom, again we just recollected what is an animal. And we started learning the difference between animals, like different groups of animals. So majorly we have two broad groups, which is vertebrates and invertebrates. If you take vertebrates, they have backbone or notochord. And if you take invertebrates, we have one, they don't have a notochord or backbone. But when you compare this vertebrate with invertebrate, you have 97 percentage of animals are being positioned in invertebrate category, because they don't have notochord or backbone, which specifies or signifies about the vertebrate animals. And apart from that, we also got to learn few other things, important things about animals. And in this video I'll be speaking, or I'll be teaching you about 9 phylum, along with that 2 phylum which is given in your book too. So we'll be learning that one by one. And if possible, I'll take everything together in this video, or else the video will be split and forwarded to you. So what defines animal? So we further studied that how animals are different from other organisms, right? So these are the few characters that defines animal. So animals are heterotrophic, which means they cannot make their own food. So they have to depend on other animal for it, other food source, maybe an animal source or plant source or whatever it is. And they have well developed digestive system and excellent nervous system, which help them to move fast, locate its prey, mate, and locomotion and other process are well developed in animals. And all of them are multicellular. And since all animals are eukaryotes, they have a nucleus as well as organelles. So these are few characters that defines animals. And also another important character, they lack cell wall, which you only find it in animals and some bacteria. So these are few characters that defines animals. Then after that, we learned how organisms, especially animals, are classified based on the arrangement of the cells. So we studied the level of organization. Under level of organization, we studied cellular level, tissue level, organ and organ system level of organization. Then we learned about symmetry and the presence or absence of body cavity. All these things help us to differentiate animals into different groups. And also the germ layers, whether it is triploplastic or diploplastic, all these things we have learned in our last class, which helped us to differentiate as well as classify animal into separate groups, right? So in this video we are going to learn only phylum Porifera, and the remaining phylums will be taken separately, and separate video will be posted in YouTube. So let's start with the phylum Porifera. So let's start with the phylum Porifera, the invertebrate group. So the phylums which I showed you earlier, all of them comes under invertebrate or non-chordate except one phylum which is chordate. So we'll learn with the phylum Porifera. This phylum Porifera, all animals that comes under phylum Porifera are aquatic. Either they will be in the freshwater or in the marine water, and all of them are multicellular, and they exhibit a very simple level of organization, which is cellular level of organization. Hence they don't have tissues or organs. And their body shape, you can see most of them, their body shape is asymmetrical, which means irregular in shape. And some animals like Hyalonema exhibit radial symmetric pattern. As you can see from the picture, you can see they are in the circle shape, so they exhibit a pattern of division in here. But most of the phylum Porifera sponges, all of them exhibit asymmetrical pattern of division. So you can see the examples here. These are some examples of phylum Porifera group. And apart from, let's learn further information about phylum Porifera. So they have a water transport system for its digestion as well as cleaning its waste and other process. So which is also known as canal system. So let's see how this canal system works. So it is a typical example of a sponge, and even the canal system also varies according to the species, uh, which differs into different group of sponges. So but everything commonly exhibit the same pattern which I'm about to explain now. So they'll have a water transport system which is known as canal system through this ostia. So they'll have a small pores throughout their body, so which is known as ostia. This is where the water enters, and it will flow towards the spongocyte. So this spongocyte is made up of choanocyte cells, which is lined by the choanocyte cells. You know what is choanocyte cells, right? Remember in our previous class we learned the flagellated cells that lines the internal cavity of the sponge. So this spongocyte is the internal cavity where digestion and excretion and circulation, all this process will be taken care in this process. And once the water enters here, the food will be filtered by the spongocyte, the food gut cavity, which is here made up of the choanocytes, and the water exit through the osculum. So this is the typical process how the canal system work in all sponges. But again, this varies depending upon the species. They have Aescon canal type of canal system, and another type of canal system is also there. Anyways, you know, up to this will help you to have an idea about phylum Porifera group. And all of them exhibit holozoic pattern of nutrition, which means the food will be digested inside their body. So that is what holozoic mean. And all of the phylum Porifera groups are hermaphrodites, which means both male and female gametes will exhibit, or sorry, will present inside the same single animal. So that is what we call hermaphrodite animals. And some do asexual reproduction with the help of fragmentation, by forming fragmentation or gemmules. So you know what is fragmentation, right? A part of the sponge body will be broken down and then it will grow as an adult. And gemmules, like some internal birds, will be growing inside the cell that will again burst out and produce many cells that will undergo different level developmental stage and grow as an adult. And again, as I told you, they exhibit indirect developmental stage, which means some exhibit parenchyma and some exhibit ambiblastula. So parenchyma cells will be like, it is filled with gelatinous substance, and if you take ambiblastula cells, larva, that larva will have a flagellum around its one part of body, and another part it will be bulged and store some food nutrition. So these are some examples how indirect developmental stages of sponges or porifera takes place. So I hope you guys understood up to this porifera. We'll see another group in our another video. So one by one I'll make a video and post it. Make sure that you see it and understand it. Take care guys.